Hi guys, my name is Tally and I'm about to show you how I do my blow dry. I like to start off with the quick slip. And the reason why I like to start off with quick slip because it reduces my drying time and it has a clean, flexible hold. I also like to add in that super skinny relaxing balm for that lightweight balm that helps to smooth every strand and seal all of my cuticles before I start my blow dry. I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna brush out all the products into every single strand. That way I have an even application. I'm gonna start dividing my hair into two sections. I'm gonna divide that first top section and then I'm gonna go into that middle section and kind of square that away. I'm gonna start off with that Express Ion Dry. And I like to use that extra large Express Ion round brush. And the reason why is because I wanna get that volume and extra body in this style. I start by using the round brush underneath my section. The reason why I do that is because I want to stretch each strand of hair out to get that nice, clean, smooth look. I also like to polish the ends and make sure those ends are nice and dry. And the reason why is because in order to get that clean, smooth look, you need to make sure that each strand in that section is absolutely dry. So I use the round brush as a roller and I like to heat it up while polishing those ends, leaving it there for about maybe 1 second, letting it cool down on that brush and rolling it off. Going on to that next section, I'm gonna repeat what I just did on the other side. Again, key is to polish those ends. The only way that you're gonna get that nice clean look is by polishing those ends. Now, working on the back section, because we don't have eyes in the back of our head, I like to actually go in with my fingers and feel the actual texture of that hair strand to make sure that there is no frizz and all of that moisture is completely out of it. So I also move that section out of the way, that way we don't have any wet hair lying on that section, getting that hair damp. So clean sections is also probably the best way that you can go about by doing your blow dry. It's gonna help you identify if each hair strand is nice and dry so that you can move on to that next section. And again, it's really a repetitive move. It's going in there and stretching out those strands from the roots to the ends and concentrating on those polished ends and making sure that the drier it is, the more of a consistent polished look you're going to be getting on those ends. And I always like to go over the section just to make sure that I am getting that nice stretched out look in that hair, but still creating that volume by going under that section and making that round brush work its talent and doing that bottom section. As you can see, I'm going back to that back end, and I like to always double check that middle section. And the reason why is because it could get a little tricky and it could make you believe that it's dry because you're not seeing it. So always going back there and kind of combining those two sections since you just separated them, going back in there and combining that middle section so you don't have a line of demarcation is going to help that blow dry get that volume look that you absolutely need throughout the whole thing. Now, I do like doing that front section last, and some people like to do it first, but I'd rather go back and re-wet it and make sure that that section is completely dry when I'm working on my last couple of sections. Now, that middle section could be a little tricky because you can get some lines of demarcation, so I like to over-direct the hair either forward or backward, and sometimes I do it both ways. That way it can actually live and lie in that living position that it does on its normal own. Now, I do the brush going forward, and the reason why is because I like a sweepy look, but I don't want it to look too uniform that it can only stay on one side of the head. So moving my brush from one side to the next is actually going to help me get that nice clean finish so that way I can actually part my hair however I want. And this is also going to give you that salon look at home. I'm going to go into that gloss drops, and the reason why is because I like the fact that it helps that shine and it does that resistant of humidity for just in case it is a rainy weather outside. Using that transition from the bottom to the top is going to help me get that gloss drops in, but not an oily transition. I like to kind of give myself a couple of quick slips around my face just to give me that nice end result that I'm looking for. I hope you enjoyed the blow dry and I hope this helps you out.